You- Hey, everybody, it's Lee, and this is Let Us Say It For You.
Big Mike in his house. What we
Woo-woo.
doing?
Getting bigger and bigger. So, I after a conversation I had with Michael last night, I found
Whew.
that she's going to give birth next week. She feels like it's a little too soon, but her baby is measuring as a grown ass man. So, what are we supposed to do?
What we supposed to do? I mean, it's ghetto here. It's so ghetto here, and they say it's better to measure ahead than behind. So
I mean, I guess.
I guess thanks for not being behind, son. But it's like, guys, at this rate, you don't want your baby to come too soon, but technically your baby is big enough to come.
He gonna do what he wants. He gonna do what he want to do.
He gonna do what he want to do, goddamn. But yeah, girl, it's just so funny when they go to measuring you and then they say this number. Oh no,
That's worse. Go ahead.
They say this number because they measure from the top of your uterus to your pelvic bone, and that number is supposed to be representing weeks. And she was like, she said it so calm. She was like 36 weeks. She was like 36. And then the lady just wrote it down. I'm like, 36. She said, yes. I said, that number represents weeks, right? She was like, yeah. I was like,
She's like, yes, man, your baby's big as fuck. Thank
yeah,
you.
yes.
Yeah.
And she said if I was 38, then they would send me to the
Get measured in
sonogram. Yeah. So if I was outrageously bigger, I feel like 3 weeks is still pretty big, but whatever. But apparently if I was, I don't know, 5 weeks ahead, then I would have to go get a sonogram. And then they'll have to see how big the baby really is. To see what they gotta do. And I'm just like, well, he gonna pop when he pops, so I don't need to be induced. If this nigga is growing and he's gonna pop, he gonna be like, I'm done with this shit. I'm over it. Hopefully.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I'm assuming, because they were doing the same with me. They said I just looked very big, right? So they were concerned. So the day before my water broke, I had an appointment to go to the doctor to do an ultrasound to see exactly how big Mia was. So,
right.
I mean, realistically, back in the olden days when they didn't have, the shit to whatever that thing is that speeds up pregnancy.
You had to wait.
You had to just wait. But I guess I'm assuming the logic is if your baby's too big, we're going to induce you. So because the goal is always to have a natural birth because they can get you out quicker, right? Mm-hmm. If your baby's too big, all right, let's induce you now before he hit 10 pounds and we can't get him the fuck out. And then we got to do a C-section because obviously we'd rather you push him out. So I'm guessing I'm not saying what difference would it make, but I'm assuming
right
why they'd want to see. We don't want him to get too big, and then he can survive now. And some babies, oh Lord. I was a week late when my mom was pregnant with me. I was a week late.
You know what, Leah? Me too. My mom said that.
I was a week late.
My mom said they were planning to induce me, and I broke her water.
Yep. My mom was walking around the hospital upset and as fuck.
Because it was like we wasn't ready for real.
I was comfortable, so why the fuck are you?
Okay.
Yeah. And Dani ain't had no money, so she had to just walk her little broke ass with me in there, and I was laid up like, get me.
Girl, and the thing is, they're not inducing. They scheduled my mom's C-section.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up. And the water broke, and I turned around, and she still had to get that bitch.
It's too late.
It's too late. It's fucked up. I can say I don't want this shit no more. Like they didn't.
I would like to think it's okay.
That.
I would like to think now that's something that you could do.
Yes, bro, that's fucked up. Women just be going in the hospital thinking they ain't got no fuck rights. That's fucked up. Mm-hmm. You can't take your placenta. They fucking take mine. That shit, whisk that shit away, and do whatever the fuck they want to, unless you say my placenta is gonna be encapsulated, blah blah blah, and you have to have a cooler with ice. Like it's a specific thing. You can't just say I'm keeping my placenta. They have to know and see the organ go into a cooler.
Well, otherwise, because I got mad coolers. I go to Igloo every fucking time. So
that bitch with ice and carry it. I'll be taking my placenta. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Drop it in here.
Right. And it's like all the placentas these motherfuckers have stolen.
For real.
You would think
placentas out here.
Yeah, you would think they would have more more intel on how birth and delivery and children and people, you know what I'm saying? You would think that's the first life source. I ain't seeing no research coming from no fucking placenta, so I'm very confused at what they doing with it.
They giving them to like the top 1%. Like they probably use it for like a ritual or something.
To eat.
I think all that shit crazy.
I mean, okay.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm with it.
I know they fucking lying. I know they lying. They don't throw them just away.
They do not.
In general, how have you been this week? Oh, let me say, we did miss last week. It was my fault. I was out of the country during the week. A very weird time to travel, yes. It was Champion's birthday, and we went to Mexico. So that is why there was not an episode last week. I will make up for it. I was really trying to figure out how we were going to do one still, and it just couldn't fly. So that's why, but we're back now. So yay. So how have you been in this little time span?
I've been good, bitch, been swelling up, my feet on the floor for too long. They be like, hamburger. Ooh. And I'm like, wow, that was fast. So wow. So, bitch, just try to keep my feet elevated. But, home improvement, guys.
Yes, Micah's house looks very different. She's very prepared for the child.
Guys, Home Depot and IKEA have been a joy. Don't I just love walking in IKEA just in general?
Love it. What I say is I go to IKEA, no list. I don't even be needing that. You tell me what I need. Okay. Every time.
I love IKEA so much. IKEA. And you could just kind of look at like different ideas. Like even if you, like you said, you have no idea why you're in IKEA, but you just know you're going to be inspired by something. So it's like
and they have plants. For anybody who likes plants, IKEA they have a lot of.
Yes, they do.
They have a real plant section as well. They're actually very good prices too. Anybody want to go back?
And they have the hanging one. You remember the yarn ones? I got a couple of them from there. But yeah, I mean, I love that place. So I've been there, been there hanging and getting ready for this little man and
little papa.
Just fucking, watching shows on Netflix and having conversations about sex life.
Woo! Yes, Micah told me about it, and she's got a lot of our friends on it. A lot of them are watching the show Sex Life, so I'm going to tune in. I have been doing well.
Like, how was your trip? You just got back.
Right. I just came back from Mexico. Mexico was cool. I've gone to Mexico before, so I can't exactly say this. I can't pick which. I mean, I guess I'd have to say the first one was better company-wise, but I don't even want to diss the company I was with here because nobody got on my nerves on the trip. But you know me, I get irritated very quickly. Nobody got on my nerves, but the last trip I was with Micah and Bree. So, that's just automatically, like, ain't really much competing with that.
Good time, man.
Yeah, y'all can't beat Micah and Bree. But this trip, this last one, I was able to do what I wanted, which was nothing, right? I wanted to sit down and I just sat the fuck down, So very happy about that. And not really much else to give you about that. Mexico is cool. Again, happy birthday to Stretch, champion lover. He is 30 years old now, young ass. So happy birthday to Stretchy Richie. He's a Cancer. You guys are weird. TV shows, a show that I wrote it down to talk about it. The show is called Dr. Death. Hear me out. That shit crazy. It is based on a true story.
Wait, what is it on real quick?
Okay, so I have Xfinity and it's on an app called Peacock. So I think Peacock is Xfinity or something. So you may have to get the app or something.
Yes.
But honestly, amazing. So the gist of it is it's a doctor, like a real fucking doctor now that was performing. He's a spinal specialist. His specialty is in spine or whatever. So, you fuck that up, bitch is not walking.
Paralyzed, right.
This man was basically going in people and fucking them up. Like he would go to just remove like a dislocated
right.
And he would be in there using tools that aren't even necessary. So all the nurses would be in there like, doctor. And he's like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. No, you don't, bitch. And he out of his 38 surgeries, 34, no, out of his 38, 33 he left them either paralyzed or with some type of disability, and 2 of them died. And so he's like, it's just like what he was on, like the crack, the one you sniff, he was on drugs. Like, it was just like, these fucking white people out here just whatever they want to do. And so it just kind of turned out that he was apparently very, very smart. So it's one of those things where he was so smart that they kind of let him skip certain steps because he's just so smart. But in doing so,
that makes sense,
are not performing surgery on people's spine properly. So you just got to watch it. To watch it and how he came to justice, which kind of warmed my heart. It was 2 other doctors that were like, we have to get him the fuck up out of here. Like one doctor went and had to like repair something that he did because the lady he fucked up, she was like, I don't want him performing on me anymore. And so when the guy went in there, the way he was describing it, he was like, this looks like paste. So he basically like smashed one lady's bones in that section to where it just looks like paste. And he just left it there. Another time they found like gauze in somebody, like he left gauze in someone's fucking neck. And that creates an infection. Like, it was just crazy. And this is true life. So then to me, I was freaking out because it's like, I told this to Carlin the other day or a couple days ago. I was like, I watch a lot of serial killer true life shit, like all the time, right? That's my thing. I watch true crime shit all the time. But you never consider like somebody who really went to school for a million fucking years to become a surgeon. And you out here trying to kill people, but it's like, people be fucked up. You can be smart and be fucked up. He's smart and fucked up. And it wasn't really on some, he was more so like a sociopath where he was just insistent that he knows what he's doing. He knows these surgeries better than anybody else. But then he's literally paralyzing everybody he performs on.
I just feel like that's crazy.
That's crazy as fuck. So I was like, damn, Dr. Death. He's currently serving life in prison because they said if they don't, because he is a doctor, he can get a license anywhere. You can just hop from state to state and get privileges to perform. And if that doesn't work, you can go to another country and go perform. And no, for real. They were just like, if we don't put him away, and that's what he did. Like when the first hospital started to peep, yo, my nigga, you fucking everybody up. He was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go over here. This was in, I think it was in Texas too, I think, because I remember here in Dallas. So like he started at one of those and he just kept moving from hospital to hospital.
Oh, Lord.
Just because of his great reputation. But then it was like when that one doctor went in there and saw it, he called his other doctor homeboy, like, bro, check this out. And he was like, he been fucking people up over here too. And then that's how they got hold of him. It was really crazy. And then I have to talk about this too. The issue is that he should have been stopped so long ago. Again, he did 38 surgeries, but it's like all the politics involved in that, like the medical system. It's kind of like if you accuse somebody of rape, that follows them forever. They try their best not to make that the case in the medical field because, you're human, accidents happen. But it's like after 2-3 accidents here, we're kicking you out of our hospital, but he could just go to another hospital and get privileges there. So he was fucking up everybody. He paralyzed his very best friend. His best friend. He paralyzed his best friend. It was crazy. I was just watching all the, what Terry say, the caucasity. All the caucasity floating around that show. I said, man, white people. So yeah, watch Dr. Death, y'all. If y'all want to be scared, go to hospitals. Watch that. In other news, Dani Leigh. Little Dani is pregnant.
This bitch is about to go to labor.
Yeah, like Dani's due like tomorrow.
Like tomorrow. She was pregnant before me.
Yes.
She's giving
it's funny because that's how I gauged how pregnant she was. I was like, she's pregnant before Micah.
Yes. Yeah. About a good amount of time. She's about to fuck too. I wouldn't be shocked if those are old and she had her baby.
The only reason why it's not is because I think it's not is because her baby shower, like that was apparently that day that they showed it. So other people were recording from there.
But usually people do their baby showers at 8 months.
Yep. Nice. I did mine at 8 months. Right now, 9 years ago is my baby shower time.
Yeah. And I just feel like she was pregnant a month before me. Had to be.
There you go. So congratulations are in order for Dan.
Yes, girl. So she didn't confirm who the dad is.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. The baby belongs to
Anybody know?
the baby.
The baby. Anybody
And
know?
it's a girl, so everybody was like, all the baby know how to make is girls. So it was like, perhaps, I think it's because he's a slutbag whore.
I'm so sick of y'all and that shit.
That's what I heard. I'm gonna go with it. So listen, my baby's father was a whore, and we have a little girl. So
Willie wasn't a whore.
Willie was a good man. Willie was a good man.
But does that make me a whore?
That's not how that works. I think it's just
that's what Paige thinks.
Oh, Lord. You were a
Paige
slutbag
thinks
whore.
I'm a whore. Paige thinks to be the first child.
Oh, you had a boy. Okay.
So if you have a boy first and you were a whore, I'm like, it's just not how that works. She was like, I was like, oh, okay. Paige literally looked at me like that. Was like, okay,
you're a slut. Right.
You're a slut. I don't care. I'm like,
well, you guys tell us what you think about that. Do you guys believe in that? If a guy has a girl first and he was a whore, if a girl has a boy first and she was a whore? Because for my child making experience, it is accurate. I was a good girl. I had a girl. My baby Zaddy was a slut.
But I wasn't a whore, so it's not like it's not accurate for me.
Well, what Paige did?
She was like,
Mike, if you were
bitch,
it's
fuck
okay.
you. I was a headhunter. I was a headhunter.
Maybe you were headhunting.
I never lied to anyone. You know what? Whatever. Go ahead.
Anyway, so congratulations to Dani Leigh on her beautiful little girl. And we're guessing the baby. We don't know. Baby come out a little chocolate. We get it. It was his baby, right? And then what the gag is, what if they broke up because she cheated on him with somebody else or something?
Okay.
Daddy.
Okay.
No?
You're right.
Right.
Okay.
It's a chance.
We don't know. There's a chance. It can happen.
Kay said her ex was a whore and he got a son.
Oh, damn. So what that mean? His wife was a whore?
Well, then I thought about Carlum. Carlum is a whore and he has 2 girls. Like he doubled down on it. Cheeks was a whore. Cheeks got a girl. Any more hoes?
Anybody else?
Was Kavana a hoe? He had a girl.
He had a girl. You know, I don't know if Kavan was a whore. I don't think so.
All right, well,
he was I feel like he was honest.
Honest hoe. Manny was an honest hoe. He lied to me. He told the hoes the truth. He told the truth to more people.
Yes, the fuck he did. And we got to give him that.
We got to give him that, right? We gotta give him that. All right, baby daddy. So congratulations to Dani. All right, this one, let's talk on this. And we can go on this for days. I would like it to be short, but bitch, the audacity.
Okay, we'll try.
U.S. Senate, Texas, your state.
Fuck.
They passed a bill. They passed a bill that no longer requires schools to teach that the KKK is morally wrong. Like they don't have to teach it as being morally wrong. They can teach it as something regular, like I guess the Black Panthers or something like that.
Oh, so they don't have to add into their
yeah,
list.
They don't have to add that it was a bad thing.
Well, we got to chuck it up to them good old boys in Texas. Goddamn, that is a very conservative Confederate state. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for them to actually make like it to pass, I think more people should be on alert, because at the end of the day, if you know the history of KKK, regardless if you're telling teachers to teach if it's immorally wrong or right, whatever, they literally terrorize neighborhoods and burn children. Like they kidnap people.
Cut off dicks.
Yeah, they kidnap people who were. The sun was going down. So Sundown County, they would drive, hunt people down like animals. Like this is the history of KKK. So, okay, cool. Fuck it. Let's not teach that it was a morally whatever. But if you look up KKK, it's going to tell you what the fuck they do and what they've done.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, how are you going to, and my first question was, so I'm guessing people were required before to say, the KKK was wrong. It was a hate group or something. And now,
yeah.
All right.
But for the Black Panther Party, they always forget the last part of the whole Black Panther Party is Black Panther Party for self-defense. They don't put the self-defense.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that is the entire title, and that's what they did. So to make it look like a hate group, quote unquote, like Black Lives Matter, supposedly, they take out words and they put their own narrative behind it. But with the KKK, if we're talking about history, honestly, the KKK did not come up when I was teaching my fucking third grader. And when it was in fourth grade, the Black Panther Party did not come up. I brought that up in history. You know what I'm saying? So all the lessons that we went through, Jim Crow didn't come up. That wasn't in the lesson. So these are very strong, pivotal things that happened right after the fucking Civil War, and they didn't even mention it. So personally, Leah, I don't think they're mentioning this shit at all. Because like I said, I was literally teaching third and fourth grade, I didn't see KKK. We did not talk about Black Panther Party, like nothing about, like, it's.
And I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember.
Be in high school or something, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Because in fourth grade, I was in Jamaica, so Jamaica wasn't talking about KKK. Fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, I was in Jamaica, and maybe I just knew about it because remember, our moms made us watch a whole bunch of slave.
True.
So we probably got this from our parents, not necessarily. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Maybe.
Yeah, because if you think about. Let's think about high school. We had Black teachers.
Yeah, black ass teachers.
Yeah. And Mr. Parker, wasn't he the history teacher? He was a lot. He brought up the KKK. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's regional, and I definitely think it's a high school thing because I don't remember learning about KKK in school at all.
Me neither. Not even a little bit. Like
not even a little bit. At all.
All right, Texas, you ain't shit for that, but
for real.
Whatever. All right. I don't know which one you want to do first. You want to do yours? You want to do the audacity one?
I think it all falls under the.
It all kind of ties in.
Do your thing.
All right.
I
don't even know where to start. I've had quite an interesting couple of days, and I've just learned so many things about people. And I want to say it has not helped my already bruised image.
That's a word.
Right? There's already have a very tarnished image of you guys. While I love you and I still hope to end up with a Black man one day, I just don't. Every time I meet a new one of y'all or I hear a new story, I'm just like, this no time. And I had to explain this to Micah a couple of times, just the shit that I've experienced. And it just all comes down to I just wrote down the audacity, because that's just all I have, the audacity of you niggas. Like Charlemagne would say, the unmitigated gall of you niggas.
The sickness
that you do. And what I guess disgusts me, and I haven't gone in on y'all in a while. I'm gonna try not to this time because I'm feel a little better. But if we would have made this episode like 3 days ago, I cussed the fuck out. Just the disrespect towards Black women, right? And I just can't get. And then I even gotta kind of give it, because then I just think about the baby, and I don't even know what the baby and Dani Leigh, just for example, I don't really know what their setup is, but it does look sad. They were together, they was all booed up, yellow bonus, but he won, all that bullshit. And then they just break up, and now we know she's pregnant. So now it just looks like his Black ass just knocked her up and cleared it. It's just like, nigga, why are y'all so fucking embarrassing? So then I just feel the need to just talk about women in general. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, I can't even comment on some of the shit I want to comment on, but we can use the example of something that Micah just saw. And this is from somebody that went to fam with her, but apparently somebody was cheating on his wife, and she aired that shit out, like pictures, screenshots,
DMs,
Plan B,
messages. She went in.
And he's married. This is a married man, right? So I'm positive he asked for this woman's hand in marriage. You did all this just to be fucking everything that walks. You did. And then my question is, why? Like, I'm thinking of people that I know men that are in relationships for whatever reason, and they're fucking multiple other people. unbeknownst to their women. So it's just like, King, why are you there? For what?
For what?
Her. Why don't you just break up with sis? Because in some cases, if she find out, she gonna kill him. And in another case, I heard she knows and she just don't be caring. So I guess that's a whole nother topic. But it's just I can't believe the shit I found out. So I'm just sitting there like, y'all want me to try date? Y'all want me to be with a nigga again? Y'all want me to love somebody?
But for me, with that audacity, it's the level of how many know that this guy is in a relationship and don't give a fuck. So remember he was asking women, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
That's what the fuck is wrong with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Willie told me when he met me, I think this goes along. This is perfect for this.
Thanks, William.
Willie used to be a slider, right? So Willie was a slider in school. You feel me? He was fucking everybody's girlfriend, essentially. Right?
Wow.
So I know. Crazy, right?
Not him.
So he was telling me, like, he had homegirls, like, you know, because his older sister, their friends, whatever. He was like, his homegirl that he met told him that all women cheat. That's what she taught him. She said, all women cheat, and the ones you think are not cheating are cheating. She was like, so at this point, now that sounds like a hurt hole to me.
She heard his fuck.
Hey, that's just
hurt his fuck.
Whatever.
Go to therapy, bitch.
And at this time, remember, they're like 18, 19. So let's think about that. They're in college, right? Nobody takes anybody seriously for real. Like in a college town, like that shit's trash. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dating in Tallahassee was a fucking that's whatever. Anyway, so she literally told him that. But guess what? He had a longitudinal study. Every girl that he was currently fucking had a boyfriend. He would literally sit there and listen to this girl tell him how much she loved. I love you, babe. I'm gonna talk to you later. I just got in. I'm finna take a shower. Willie is about to fuck the shit out of his girlfriend. The audacity of one of these girls, her nigga came to visit her. Willie and his homeboy playing pool in the clubhouse or whatever, because most of the apartment complex, they have like little clubhouses, and he was playing pool with his homeboy. So the girl walks in with her nigga, sees Willie. Oh my God, hey! Walks over to Willie and his homeboy. Gives Willie a hug. Oh my God, this is such and such. This is my boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. This is Willie and Phil, blah, blah. They live, blah, blah. And Willie was like, what's up, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just on some, like, I can't believe this hoe really introduced me to her nigga and I fucked her. I literally fucked her last week type shit. And so she went on about her business. She went upstairs and he probably dug her down. He probably dug her out. But his thing was, I cannot believe what's happening. I did not know women were like this. And so when you get this whole idea of being okay with being a slider, because I said, you ain't shit, because you was fucking all of these girls with, and now you all insecure about your shit when you finally get a girlfriend.
Yeah, he's scared now.
You're thinking like,
you running now.
Damn. So is she doing that to me? And so are these men scarred? And they're just like, fuck it? And are these women just like, fuck it because everybody's cheating on everybody? Like, I'm trying to find a reason why these people are okay with doing what they're doing.
Okay, agreed. So now thank you for refreshing me with that, because in this the person that we were talking about, they have a girlfriend, but they're fucking like mad people, right? And it's just a whole bunch of people in the same little vicinity. It's literally like if you go in a room of 100 people, he probably done fuck about 20 of the bitches in there. And it's just like, whoa.
And they cousins or friends or best friends.
He's fucking a friend and a friend. One of the bitch he used to fuck, she friends with his girlfriend. It's just like a whole bunch of mix up. And it's just like,
the fuck?
Oh my gosh. And then me knowing some of it, for me, you know, I'm always team girlfriend, because I'm always a girlfriend, right? This is probably the longest I've been single since I've had boyfriends. I'm on like 4. Right. This is the longest I ain't had no nigga. But it's like, I'm not gonna help you.
I'm not helping you.
Girlfriend out, bitch. That's still his girlfriend. You're the side bitch. So there's and then the audacity also is how bold side bitches are, just stepping out of their little side. And wanting to like get bucked. I hope every side bitch that can't play her role the way she's agreed to play it gets her ass beat. Like
I agree.
Find out and beats the dog shit out of you because you're doing too much. This is man.
I agree. And I agree. The same for these side niggas. Stay in your fucking place, bruh.
Yes, be a side nigga and be quiet.
Shut the fuck up. Like, and don't be walking around like, I just can't, like you said, it is the audacity.
It's just so crazy. Like you already wrong. You want to tell everybody?
You got attitude. You got attitude. And you're a home wrecker and you have an attitude. And you're upset. And you feel entitled and you want this and you, what the fuck? And
then let's
feeling like that.
That's what I was gonna say. Because then we have to talk about the cheater and what they're saying to said side, whatever, that has them so comfortable getting so fucking slick at the mouth.
Because that's what it is.
Because that got to be it, right? And then there are scenarios, I'm sure, of side bitches. Like I'm quoting City Girl. My dear JT said, "If I'm a side bitch, you getting extorted." So that basically means I'm a side bitch. You gonna run me this money before I tell your bitch, right? But then the logic is you're gonna keep giving the money because you don't want her to tell your bitch. But if you are so worried about losing this bitch, why are you even chancing it? So it's just like, can you just not? There's just so many questions, y'all. I have so many questions.
And I feel like, and these women are in these situations. Like you can think about The Weeknd. Remember when SZA came out? She was like, "We've all been the girl that didn't know we were a side." But what did you do when you found out you were a side? That's the question.
And according to SZA's song, you just can't help it. You're gonna stick. I was like, no.
And for her, it's too far gone. I'm in love.
and for me, I remember me and my ex used to argue about that because he loves SZA, and I was like, this is an insecure ass song, and he was just like,
oh yeah, definitely.
I was like, no, SZA is really a sad bitch for this because you're willing to just take whatever you can get from this nigga, for the sake of just getting it, and I'm just like, that's sad. Sis don't love her.
That's what I'm saying. It's really sad, and like you put yourself in a situation where that you're not the chosen one, right? At the end of the day, when he leaves, when he comes to you, he just left her. Like this is the shit that I feel like will talk me out of being a side bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, boom, speak on it.
It will talk me out of it because everything I'm thinking, every occasion that we have, every birthday, every Valentine's Day, I know I'm not going to be celebrated on the day of. If my birthday falls,
International Side Bitch Day.
You feel me? So like, I'm feeling and knowing all these things, like, and then you have to answer the phone when she calls, and you want me to sit there and listen to you tell us. Oh my! That gives me the creeps. Like, I am crawling. You answer me, what's up, baby? And you sitting there sucking his dick, stupid. Like, I just don't. Yeah, did she do it like this? Stupid bitch. He told you to shut.
He on the phone with his main bitch. And me as a proud side bitch, I'ma just suck the skin off his dick until he get off the phone. It's like, how does this work in your head? And for me, I think off rip, I just have an issue being number two. I don't like being in competition for shit. I ain't never played sports. I don't like waiting in line, like nothing. I don't like, it's my dick and I want it now, right? That's how, for me, I got too much pride to be somebody's side bitch. Like, if you my nigga, I'm kissing you in the mouth, we fucking whenever I want to, like, this is just the vibe I'm on. So even in my current situation of one that, like, the guy, we don't talk. We used to talk, now we just kind of sex on each other. So even in that situation, that's getting sketchy for me because it's just like, he doesn't have a girlfriend, I don't have a boyfriend, we just like fucking each other, so that's cool. But I don't know, it's just like, I don't like sharing. So now it's kind of like, now I got to check myself. If I feel like I'm getting too attached, now I'm gonna have to fall back, keep my position to myself until I'm in a position where I can handle that. But me being somebody that's just fucking him, how I know that, right? He ain't got no girlfriend. We not cheating on nobody. We can fuck whenever we want to. But I feel a way not having him when I want to have him. And it hasn't been the case yet, but I'm just dreading the day. There's gonna be a day where I may want to fuck him today, and maybe I'm busy fucking somebody else because he's not. I don't like that. So how the fuck, I don't know how side bitches do it. Like, I my hats off to y'all, but I also feel like y'all stupid because it's like, I think I know some, I've heard of some that honestly they just like him for the perks. Like, I'm getting like JT vibe. Like JT from City Girls kind of thing where, oh, this nigga give me money, he pay a bill. We fuck from time to time. I don't want to be his girlfriend. I don't care. I have less sympathy for these girls because they're not emotionally attached to this. This is
Right.
it's to an end. They probably got a nigga or they're talking to, but there are some that are in love with somebody else's nigga. And then it's like, a baby, but he's not gonna be with you. And then I guess we can take it even deeper. We talk about men who have affairs. How many scenarios have we heard about husbands that are like cheating with their secretary or whatever? And he keeps promising her that he's gonna leave, but he never leaves, right? And then on a woman's side, we can talk about Jada. We all kind of got the impression Jada might have been telling August that she was finna leave Will. And it's like, she ain't leaving Will. I don't know. I heard August got a big dick, so maybe, maybe. He has a big old pee. But it's just, it's just so messy and it's so convoluted and it's just so, I just feel like there's so many dicks in the world. Why we gotta all fuck the same one? Like,
and so it goes back to the insecurity thing. So if I feel that this is the best that I can do, somebody else's nigga, because it has to be somebody else's nigga, because I feel like I'm not even capable of bagging my own nigga. Like, I don't have the confidence to even be in a situation where I'm being courted. Niggas don't like me. Niggas don't talk to me. Niggas don't whatever. Like, he saw me and he just so happens to have a girlfriend. Like, I think that's the just so happens
that's what I'm saying, because where did he even come from?
Like, he slid in on your insecure head ass. You probably just had a breakup. You probably are in a position in your life where you're feeling the most vulnerable. Something happened. It may have nothing to do with your looks, but just where you are in your life. Like, it could be school, like it can be anything that people can pick up on and just fucking prey on you. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it's like, I rather, if you're gonna do something like, I'm not saying that people should be okay with being side hoes, but being a side situation, being hidden, you did post that. If you're gonna have me, I'm a cheat. I feel like there should be a detachment of feelings and emotions that you should learn how to adapt or learn how to cultivate, because at some point, no matter what this nigga is saying, he still has a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
like, protect yourself.
Like, that's what gets me, because he's telling you one thing, but when she calls, he's gonna say, "I love you. I'm gonna see you later." Like, I just feel like that.
How does your like heart not shatter? Like, fucking.
And then you get slick. Oh, so that was your little girlfriend?
Your little girlfriend? Yes, bitch. That's his big girlfriend. He's been with for years.
Oh, so y'all still going strong, huh? She know about me, bitch. What? Why? Do you fucking give a fuck?
And then I feel like, guys, if your side bitch starts saying shit like that, you need to be concerned.
You need to cut her off.
But you cut her off. She's gonna tell everybody. These side bitches be coming out. Now you done fucked up. You done got the wrong side bitch. You done got a side bitch that's in love now. And if you cut her off, now you're getting told on.
And you know it, Leah changed, Leah. Think about it. Remember I said about you, all it takes is for you to spend a whole lot of time with one person doing the things that you really like. And that's it, right? So if you a nigga, and we don't even be knowing how these niggas be cheating sometimes, because they always up under their girlfriend. They're crafty.
Right? So I've been cheated on and I'm still very confused.
The guys,
she must have been under my bed.
Who are always up under their girlfriend, and they find the time, it's like the witchcraft, the trickery. How? Yeah. But that side relationship started with her knowing. So let's go with the people that knew, right? This bitch all over your Instagram, but you're in my DM, right? So you're like, hey, what's going on? You know, I really like your energy, whatever fuck these niggas be saying to get these hoes, depending on what they like. You know what I'm saying? And then the girl's like, oh, that's cute, but what about the energy of your girl? Because, you know, some girls slap back like that. They try to start off strong, and he's like, man, it's not even like that. We got a situation. I'm sure you do.
What situation that she's your girlfriend?
No. We're in a situationship. It's on and off. You know what I'm saying? She got control of my Instagram, so she be posting this shit. I don't really be on. This is the shit that I feel like
niggas are crafty.
They're so crafty, and then you like, okay, whatever. Well, he like, well, let me take you on a date. You like, okay, cool. So now you done went on a date with this nigga, and you clearly saw all the evidence. You don't give a fuck, right?
Because okay, let's stop there.
Stay that way. You start to have feelings for this.
Because that's what I'm saying. Because I think in that instance, ladies, when a nigga that you can go on his page and see, one nigga tried to talk to me one time, and his profile picture was his wedding. His bride. That was his profile picture. And he came at me. I mean, I go to my DMs. This nigga replied to everything with hard eyes, drooling. You so beautiful. I'm just like, are you not somebody's fucking husband? I don't even entertain these niggas. And I'm real quick to like a nigga picture him and his wife and just leave him there. You know, I'm very good at that. But it's like, ladies, I don't feel bad for y'all in these situations. No. Because you know what you're signing up for. And then as much as I hate saying this, like as warped as this is, when you then come out and try to tell his girlfriend on him, bitch, you knew he had a girlfriend. So now you fucking up everybody's life because you done fell in love with somebody else, nigga. Make it make sense, Micah.
Because it doesn't.
All right, so you done went on a date. You done went on a date, nigga. Pick up back up on our scenario of cheaters, I guess.
So you went on a date, and you was, like I said, you was holding on strong. You was giving him that spice. So where your girlfriend at now? So she know you on a date. So what y'all got going on? What's the situation? Like, what's going on, right? Like, I've been in a situation like this, but I wasn't on a date. Like, I knew he had a girlfriend, and he's talking to me, and I'm literally just trying to get to the bottom of what the fuck do you think is gonna come out of this? And my thing is, I don't. So in that situation, I don't get like, how dare you try me? Like, bitch, you a fucked up ass nigga. You trying everybody at this point. So it ain't got shit to do with me. And so you get this, you get the charm, you get the finesse, you get the bullshit, you get the conniving wolf in sheep's clothing shit that gets you all fucking hyped and riled up. And you like, well, nigga, I ain't fucking you. Like, not now you got your own stipulations, right?
Yeah. But then we can hang out, but you ain't getting no pussy.
Right. But then it starts to turn, bro, because this nigga want to see you every day now. And guess what? That's all it takes for some people.
Look. I can't be nobody's side bitch. I'm not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I want to see you every day. Oh my God, like your energy, and I wish my girl. And now he telling you.
Oh, that's how they be getting y'all asses.
His girl was like, bitch, do not.
You probably got a lovely bitch.
Do not get a big head about that shit. That is just.
They be lying, girl. He lying to you.
That's to keep you around and continue to fuck him or whatever you're doing for him. You know what I'm saying? And I think 9 times out of 10, it's just because he can. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't think niggas cheat for reasons. I think niggas just do it because they can't. I think. And then they're so bad at it because they always get caught.
Niggas are so bad at it. They don't even put the effort. My coworker told me that. He's Jamaican as fuck. Let me start there. And he got married after this, but he said all men cheat. And he's like, but if he really loves you, you'll never know. And I looked at him like, excuse me?
Right. Fuck you.
So 2 of my other coworkers, one who's also Jamaican and one who's American, they were like, they see me, one sees me like his little sister, and I'm almost like a daughter to the other one. And they were like, don't tell her no shit like this. Like, Jamaica was like, so you trying to tell me you don't know no other bitches you want to fuck other than your wife? So he was like, it's not that he wouldn't want to, but for him, what stops him from, and this is an older man, like he's grown. So he was like, what stops him from cheating on his wife is the thought of his wife fucking somebody else. Like, he can't even envision his wife's pussy in somebody else's hands. So for that reason alone, this man go to church. He damn near like a deacon or some shit. Like, he does everything he's supposed to do. Seems like he's a happy man to me. It's you young boys that's the problem. You young boys. Because for me, I've had a situation where some guy was trying to talk to me. Obviously, I had no clue he had a girlfriend. I met him at like, what's that game, that big game? The high school football game that people.
Oh, Broward versus Dade?
No, like the one that used to be at Lockhart all the time.
The Orange Bowl?
Is that it? That sounds familiar. Maybe it's that. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Okay.
One, that high school one that you always have. So I remember I met him there, ghetto, 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 ghetto. And I think it was Shaida. It was Shaida. And maybe Tarsha too. They were just like, oh, I'll talk to him, whatever. So I gave him my number, ghetto as fuck. Maybe like he kept trying to see me. I never actually met up with him. I never actually saw him in person again after that. You know, I'm real good for never meeting up with a nigga. But his girlfriend called me and she was just like, Sobo.
Sobo.
Yeah, thank you, Daryl. So his girlfriend called me. She was like, hi, I see your number in his phone. I was like, okay. And she was basically, he went in the store and she was just calling to see what we had going on. I said, why don't you just ask your man? Now I was younger. I was a lot younger then, a lot nicer, I would say. But I'm also very sympathetic to girlfriends. So the moment I found out a nigga cheating, oh, just call me, sis. I'll tell you everything he said. So I told her everything he said. I was like, well, he's been trying to meet me for quite some time. He definitely said he didn't have a girlfriend. And I'm giving her the rundown and she was like, he's a lying ass. I was like, well, sis. I was like, I've never actually seen him in person. I said, but if he's this comfortable with me, it's very possible that some bitch has met up with him. He literally kept saying shit to me like, when you gonna let me spoil you? When you gonna let me take you out? He was one of them niggas where it's like, you missing out on your blessing. I was like, Lord, it's a blessing, So I never met up with him, but it's just scenarios like that where it's like, all right, well, sis really had no idea. So then this is where you fall into the scissor category. Now for me, Scissor's trying to say she was too far gone already. I never actually saw this nigga again. So it wasn't hard for me to just not talk to him. Then again, like I said, I can't do the side bitch thing, but it's just like, I guess I just want to know what goes on in women's minds when they decide to stay and then just slowly get more and more and more vindictive until they snitch on everything. Because I think ultimately what I'm trying to say is if you're going to be a side bitch, you need to play your role properly. You need to
play your fucking role, bro.
To be quiet. If you're going to be fucking somebody else, nigga, why? And then it's like, niggas, you got to get better at that because y'all be the ones want to see a bitch every day. And like Micah said, oh, my girl on this and my girl on that. Stop all that fucking pillow talking. Fuck the girl and go home. Just fucking be quiet. Carlin gave me his synopsis for side bitches. He was like, yeah, side bitches. And he was dead ass. He was serious when he said all this. He's like, yeah, side bitch, you only fucking from the back. You don't do missionary. You don't kiss them. And he was like, you fucking when you leave. He's like, and so I was like, well, why wouldn't you kiss him? So he was like, Carlin's exact words were, I can't kiss her. That belongs to my girl. I would never disrespect my girl like that. I would never kiss a side bitch on her mouth. And this is my girl. And I really looked at him like, wow, you're a terrible nigga. So there's rules if you do it right. And I don't know how men find a way to keep their side bitches in check, but I would assume it's what Mike is saying, where there's certain boundaries you don't cross so you don't get sis in her feelings. I don't think you should be laid up having conversations and shit. I don't know. But then my question is always, how do you actually get a grown ass woman to sign up for just getting hit from the back and left? Like,
that's the other insecure. That's the other insecure part.
Yeah.
And I feel like, and Willie also told me his homeboy was with this girl a very long time. He said he loved her, and he used to drive trucks, coincidentally.
Them truck drivers.
And he ended up like going to another city in Atlanta, coincidentally. And he meets this girl, and he's like, "Whoa, I have never felt this way about anyone." He has a girlfriend. So now he has a girlfriend in Atlanta and he has a girlfriend where he's from. So every time he goes back, now he's juggling between two. His actual girlfriend catches him and he's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what happened. I'm in love with two people. That was his thing. So he was breaking the fuck down.
Well, at least
he was honest when he got caught, but literally Willie was like, you can be in love with two people. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, just in general, like, no, like, I get it. Yes. And I think we have a friend who was in a situation like that. And my thing is, in love with two people. And my thing, but were you actively with both of them? No. You were not. Were you actively?
No. We got a comment from Punky. Punky said, crazy thing, _Punky said, crazy thing is some women are so insecure, they still get caught up because they are okay with any treatment a man will give them. Yeah, they like holding up, like, because at this point, they love this nigga. Right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what treatment they get.
At this point, they in love. So it's like, if I gotta get a dick on Tuesdays after 4 o'clock, but before 6 o'clock, I'm gonna just get my.
Yeah, and SZA was okay, but then it was like, I need a little bit more than that. All right,
do that, SZA.
No, you Friday to Sunday. That's it. That's what I told you.
Where his bitch think he be at for Friday? Okay, whatever.
But that's that.
When niggas be going, like when niggas got bitches for real, and they be like, if you're not a truck driver, so you're not gone for days at a time, where y'all bitches think y'all be at when y'all be out of town with other bitches? Like, what you be saying? What's the?
I just.
And you ain't gonna go to Aruba by yourself. So who the fuck is you with? You got to bring one of your lying ass homeboys.
So yes, so I think the dynamic of how those relationships go, their communication is a little fucked. Like I feel like
it's a little raggedy anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little raggedy, and I feel like he's probably the type of man that be like, you know, don't question me, don't call me more than once. Don't, you know, like he has like a long list of what you are not gonna do to him. Kind of how I had that list, like you not
right.
question me.
See, that's why she's having a boy, y'all. See, that's why.
Yeah, and I feel like because they have women who have a yes, okay, yes, baby. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they start off like that. So it's like mass manipulation. Mass manipulation mixed with an insecure woman, that is a recipe for fucking disaster and pain and the girl knowing that she's getting cheated on and staying. That's the part that be like, you cheating too, huh? You cheating too.
Yeah, let's get off the guy. Let's get on the two women, right? So there's a woman that knows her man cheating on her, but for whatever reason, she's staying.
Stays anyway.
Side bitch who at this point is in love, but doesn't want to leave. I guess she's still holding out for the chance that
he'll pick her.
So for me, first thing I'll say is women, I've said this, I've literally been saying this since I've been in fucking grade school. If your nigga is cheating on you, your beef is not with the other woman. Please stop embarrassing yourself and cussing these bitches out and arguing with these bitches. You can't do that. Let's say she's a whore, right? What I used to say is you cannot blame a hoe for doing a day's job. A hoe fucks whoever she wants, right? So why are you mad why are you mad at the hoe for fucking your nigga when he the one that's supposed to love you? Like, just stop. I hate when I see y'all do that. It's the dumbest shit in the world. The other bitch is not your problem. Your lying ass, trifling ass nigga is the problem. Please stop that. Next. In the situation of the woman that knows her man is cheating and stays, there's various reasons. I know for some women, it's almost like they don't want to give in to the other bitch. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to lose, if you will. So they're staying with him because it's like, I can't let this bitch beat me. But it's like, but sis, you losing.
You losing.
You lost. Because you're sitting here competing for the affection of a nigga you shouldn't have to compete with. And then you're also taking jabs and all this fucking subliminal shit bitches do every time they fucking somebody nigga or somebody fucking a nigga. And it's just like, how do we get to the core of like, what does it take for these women to finally leave? Because I'm always team women since we could do better. There's so many niggas out here. Oh my gosh. Like, you don't have to stay for that, right? And I know babies sometimes, if you're married, sometimes there's various things that make you stay. But the fact of the matter is this man doesn't respect you. And you're showing us that you don't respect yourself by sticking to this and being ready to fight every bitch that comes along. So it's like, what is it? The insecurity is so strong, or the manipulation from the guy's point is so strong, because again, they also know how to twist that shit too, where it's like, you know, I don't know, I've heard scenarios of, like, I've had friends that have been married and their husband ain't been shit. And so she would be ready to fight the women all the time. She did, and she beat all their ass. But it was like, sis, just because you can beat them all up, it doesn't mean you have to. It doesn't mean you should have to beat everybody up just because you can't. Your husband sucks. He's a bad person. He's a bad guy.
Some girl called me, and it's so funny. I never even dated this nigga. Some girl called me, and she was like, "You know Denzel?" And I was like, "Hello,
Washington, the actor."
I'm like, "Who is this?" She was like, "This is such and such, and I just wanted to know what you and Denzel got going on." I said, "Did you ask him what's going on?" She was just like, I just been seeing your name a lot. Now, mind you, he went to FAM. We were cool. All fanboy. He's just fanning over me. We never went on a date. I never even held this nigga's hand, like nothing. And all of our conversation is just like, oh, Micah, you're so this, and Micah, you're so that, and you know, I'm so glad that you were doing like just encouraging shit, just fanboying. You feel me? And so,
groupie ass nigga.
She was just like, I'm with him right now, and we're in a very happy relationship. I said, if you were happy, you wouldn't be calling me. I just don't understand what I have to do with any of this. I didn't even date this nigga. You need to go down the list and call somebody who actually is affecting y'all shit. Like, period. Like, I don't even talk to this nigga. Like, I'm very confused. She was just like, well, I saw your name in his texts, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like,
again.
I said, so you calling everybody in his text messages instead of just confronting him? You said he's in the room. Go get him. Go ask him. Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like,
bitch, why are you calling me?
And I guess because I've had a history of women calling me about something I'm no longer even fucking with. Like, that be getting me. I'm like, oh, that's so old. You're late. Like, that's what I be on. You're so late.
You called me in 2018.
You called me when I was actually fucking with him. Girl, I'm not fucking with him no more, girl. And you wasn't even a part of it. So
you weren't his girl at the time.
It was another meme that you put up, and you was like,
I have so many.
My name gets brought up, it starts an argument. Somebody like that. Remember you were saying something like that? But every time my name is brought up in someone's situation, I'm causing some type of mayhem. And I didn't
even do shit. I don't even talk to him.
Yeah, and so I've always had an issue with girls calling the other girl, because a girl can lie. She can be vindictive. A girl can be annoyed as fuck because you calling her phone on some shit that she don't give a fuck about you. And a girl can really be in love with this nigga, and she will probably
play her role.
Yeah. She will fabricate, tell you things that are not really happening to fuck you up even more. Or she'll play her role. I don't know what you're talking about.
Remember what Carlin said? Carlin said, if his wife would call his side bitch, the side bitch would be like, we cousins. The side bitch would just go down a whole path about Uncle Jimmy and all this other shit. And they're lost and confused.
And their loyalty is to the dick, to be honest, unless they're extorting a nigga. Unless they're extorting a nigga and he missed the payment. Then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh,
you missed the payment.
Repoed, my guy, you missed the payment.
You missed the payment. So now I gotta tell you, bitch, what's up? You know, so
and for me, I know this is fucked up as well, but I prefer those type of side bitch situations because I feel like the nigga deserves it. Sis is not emotionally distraught. He is, for whatever reason, now taking care of two bitches because he dumb as fuck. Because I do think men are idiots. So now he got two bitches he got to take care of. And then there is still the girlfriend that believes she has a faithful man and she doesn't. So my heart always goes out to sister. Like I said, I'm always team girlfriend. I ain't finna help none of you hoes make nobody girlfriend feel a certain kind of way because that used to be my life at one point. But at the same time, I prefer the scenarios where the woman knows her situation and she's somehow just getting something out of it instead of it being like, it's just so messy.
I don't get it. Everybody just stay here. God damn.
Everybody just behave.
And girlfriends, if you get a cheating on, I once told my friend this, sis, he gonna keep cheating on you. Stop fucking bringing it up. Like, I got over it. I got tired of it because you're not leaving. He's gonna lie. You're gonna catch him in his lie, and then you're not gonna go anywhere. Like, you're gonna argue, you're gonna cry, you're gonna stalk him, he's gonna do stupid shit, and then you're gonna be in the same position. Ladies, if you are not ready to leave your nigga, don't confront it. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
It's about to end. Starting a new live, y'all. Yeah, I think
say nothing. Just stick beside him and get what you can get. You know, white women do it all the time in marriage. I feel like they have the worst relationships.
It would seem so from the TV shows. I don't know,
and that's just. I just feel like they just be getting dog walked, but their role is to make sure that they are financially secure and that they have money and I don't know, a place to stay. I don't know, the very small, like the very minimal shit that they need. But sis, if you ain't ready to leave, just shut up about it. And side hoe, stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. I mean, and Micah and I
signed up for this shit, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Micah and I are speaking from the standpoint of women who obviously we've never been side bitches. I may have unintentionally been one, but that don't even work. I can't even think of a scenario, but you just never know. You know,
that's what I'm saying. If you don't know, then you weren't one.
Yeah, if you don't know, you just don't know. But if you are in that position, I think for the women that sign up for this and then fall in love and get attached and you got beef with his bitch and all that, I just feel like
you're a joke.
Like your friends have failed you. But then again, some of y'all just do what the fuck you want to do anyway. But if you're my homegirl and you've decided to become a side bitch and then you've fallen in love with this man and expect all this, I'm like, sis, but he already got a bitch and you already know that. So let's just get y'all up out of that, right? I'm gonna take you out. Let's go somewhere else. Let's get away from that situation. And then, and because that's really what it comes into. You guys make me so fucking sick. So fucking sick with the blatant disregard for the women that you're fucking up, right? You guys know we are naturally more emotional beings. So I think I prefer the men who somehow get side bitches and then choose to keep it very blunt and cutthroat with the side bitch. Because the point is you don't want her catching feelings, right? So once y'all spend one too many times, maybe too many sneaky links, you know, then like I told y'all, I have to check myself on somebody that ain't even got a bitch. We don't even have partners, but I catch feelings that way. I can't be nobody's side bitch. I can't do it because I don't know. I'm gonna feel like I deserve. It's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too much.
I deserve. To be seen every day.
I'm gonna be the worst type of side bitch. Like,
yeah.
So
it ain't for everybody. It definitely ain't for everybody.
It ain't for everybody. It ain't for everybody. And I just think if the agreement is there, everybody needs to play their roles well. Because I've like I said, I saw a recent situation. I just know of a recent situation where a side bitch was showing the fuck out in front of the girlfriend, and I don't think the girlfriend even knows that she was like the side bitch. And I'm just peeping this whole scene like. People are messy as fuck. I get very turned off of messy things. Do not involve me in messy shit because I'm telling on every fucking body. So you keep me out your shit now because I'm wrapped up. So that's that on that. I want to talk on that Kevin Samuels thing. Micah, give the summary. The video is long as fuck. It's like an hour and 20 minutes. I obviously did not watch it. Shout out to Kiera. I'm gonna call Kiera and talk to her about it in a minute. But the Kevin Samuels thing, Mike is going to give the summary of what he was talking about. It's like pretty girl privilege, some shit like that.
Yeah, so basically he started, obviously, you know, he got his jazz playing and his lights on and shit. Real GQ.
Hold on, pause real quick. Sir, we can definitely blame the man. Some dude came on here, he said, you can't blame the man. Who the fuck we gonna blame? Exactly, Sheree. Who we gonna blame? Who we gonna blame? We gonna definitely blame the man. Because if you got a girlfriend and we start fucking, the girlfriend's probably still gonna be mad at me because we do that for whatever fucking reason. But the fact of the matter is, I don't love her. You supposed to love her. So who we blaming? Oh, he said blame the woman. All right, sir. I'm done. Y'all can tear him up.
Blame the woman for sliding in.
I mean, it's not that
they never take responsibility.
Yeah, like
we're blaming everybody, bitch.
Yeah, everybody's wrong. Everybody's wrong.
No,
but I would give the guy more blame because don't you got a whole bitch that you love? Like.
And I even heard women should know better. You should never talk to a married man.
Okay, but
why did he talk?
I'm married to that bitch. Like this is what
I'm married.
I'm not married to that bitch.
Yeah. And it's a code for you to leave a married man alone. It's a code for you to leave a nigga in a relationship alone.
What I say is this is even if it is the code, if it ain't me, it's gonna be somebody else, okay? Because your nigga wants to fuck other people, right? Doesn't mean
that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the issue. The issue isn't what I'm supposed to do or not. If your nigga wants to fuck somebody else, that's what he gonna do. So lucky women, trust me, if your man ever comes to me, I'm gonna always curb him, sis. I got your back. But I know a few bitches that won't. So
even when you send it, we done sent hella. You know what?
Yep. Exactly. The funny thing
who is to blame in that situation? I send you all the evidence you need.
Yes. And in those situations, the summary of that is there was just proof given that your nigga was cheating and this person she stayed with her nigga anyway. But and me and Micah talking about it, and we just kind of kept hearing the questions that were coming. The point I made to Micah, and Micah made that point clear, is like, if you want to stay, just stay. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm not gonna judge
you. To stay. It's okay to stay, but it's like the few bits of proof I done gave you make it very evident that your nigga is cheating. So what you want to see, if you want a video of his dick going in her vagina, I don't have that.
I don't have that.
I have
everything else.
I gave you everything else, like literally everything else. I just ain't got the flick. I ain't got the blue movie. I ain't got the flick. What else do you need? And so I feel like in that situation, she falls in the category of a person knowing your nigga cheating, but you gonna
shut up.
Don't be quiet.
Shut up.
I don't want to hear nothing about that nigga. I don't want to hear.
I don't want to see nothing about my nigga is better than yours.
Oh, cause I saw
you don't have that. The fact that
I don't have a nigga and my imaginary nigga is still better than yours. Because
still better than yours, bro.
Okay.
Don't you dare. Y'all hoes stop gloating about y'all ain't shit.
Stop gloating, especially when people know. I let her have it. I let her have that shit. But it's like,
cause this shit kind of make you want to post a screenshot of this man.
Yeah, my girl nigga is full of shit.
He's better than mine.
And that's something else for single women. Single women out there, believe me, I know a lot of people in relationships that are not fucking happy, okay?
They're not happy.
They're miserable. So please stop letting bitches gas you up like they shit just so great. I saw a post today. Carlos Miller posted it. It was so funny. He was like, this bitch staying with this nigga just because she want to prove a point. She ain't smiled in 6 months. They're happy. She has not smiled in months, but she got the nerve to be out here trying to make somebody jealous. Over what? Not that dick. That everybody that had their community.
It's sad.
All right, Cookie said, these men act very single and won't tell you their relationship facts. Punky said, if you're gonna stay, keep quiet. Exactly. Don't
keep quiet.
Go to the side, girl, as a woman. Simple. That's it. That whole I'm coming to you as a woman, don't come to me as shit.
Don't come to me as shit.
As shit. Okay?
As shit.
Sheree said, I don't even think the fucking is the problem. It's the betrayal. Exactly. And what I think me and one of my friends are talking about is these niggas be wanting to have relationships. Me and Cookie was talking about it, I think. These niggas be like, okay, so me and Cookie in a relationship. This is my bitch, right? And I love Cookie, but it's something about Micah and them fucking legs I can't get over, right? So I'm up on Micah now. And somehow I done finessed Micah into fucking with me. But instead of just fucking Micah and going home, I'm laid up with Micah. And I'm investing in Archie Point and shit. And I'm like, I'm trying to take Micah out of town. How you expect a bitch not to fall in love with that? Of course I'm gonna fall in love with a nigga paying for shit. That's great. We going to fucking Barbados and shit. We laid out on the sand. It's just hot. So I think that's also the problem too. These niggas be selling a dream. And you know, it escalates.
Because these niggas are sick on the low.
They're sick.
They don't want to be alone. They always got to be up under something. Like they constantly need to be up under something.
Y'all sick as fuck.
Y'all sick.
I'm still mad at the side girl, yes, but I'm very team woman. So I'd still just end up blaming the guy because even like I said, half the time when it comes up, it don't usually be the woman. Now I know some petty bitches. Let me correct it. But
the only time I'm upset with her is when she gets out of her lane.
Yeah, it's like stay there and stop all that spicy shit because you're wrong. It's like no one's on your side.
Yeah.
No one's on your side here, you know, except maybe your friends, and they failed you because you did a bad job. All right.
Yeah. So
Kevin.
Pretty privilege. So he was talking about pretty privilege.
This is Kevin Samuels guy, the guy that wears the suit and the glasses and be cussing everybody out.
They're signing a petition to get his show canceled.
Is that real?
I hope not, because change.org is very real. I get emails from them all the time. I signed a petition to change the name of Plantation from change.org.
Yeah. I've signed things on change.org too.
I just feel like this is fucking. Anyways, so the nigga everybody trying to cancel because apparently what he's doing is causing men to hate women, and women are not feeling safe. I don't know how serious that is. I don't know. I haven't heard any allegations coming from a man who listened to Kevin Samuels, who went out and raped a bitch, or who went out and dumped a bitch and told her she was worth shit. I didn't hear anything.
And then we have to also, again, accountability. For whatever reason, women keep calling his show or getting on his live with him for him to tell them to their face, there are 3. Rachel,
because they're asking too.
I'm like, I'm a 10. He was like, no, you're a 3 at best. Like,
I love that.
What he does, like, he's very straightforward. So bitches keep calling. I feel like just leave him alone. There's a lane for that. I don't know why. I'd never call him and ask for advice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully Kevin keep his little show. I heard he's.
I hope you keep your show, bro.
That makes his very crass delivery a little more easy to swallow because he's a comedian. So, and it works. He's gotten very popular over the last couple months because of the shit he was saying. So
yeah,
him and his bullshit.
He was talking about how women have pretty privilege.
Okay.
And how that can affect the way that they date, the affect the way that they compete, and affect the way that they have an entitlement when they meet men, right? So if you're a pretty woman, you haven't had to work hard for shit, to be honest. His thing is we take that for granted, and we also don't understand how hard it is to keep a man, right? And so his thing is we're always competing. Even when you got the prize, you don't have the prize. Even when you got the ring, you got the husband, you got the family, you are not done competing. And so he compared it to the animal kingdom, and he was like, what do lionesses do? What do lions do? I fucking love Animal Kingdom. Yeah, I think that shit makes the most sense because it is what it is. They're not thinking, they're acting. Yeah. It's innate. You know what I'm saying? So he said, what does a lion do? He basically make sure everybody's okay. He tell you to keep them kids away from him because he don't fucking play with cubs. And the lionesses do all the work. They do all the work. They do all the hunting. And if the lion has to step in, it's because a pack of hyenas is about to try to fuck his shit up, or another lion comes into his territory. So he's defending and protecting all day. But these lionesses, not all of them get to fuck him. Right? So the misconception is he's fucking all. No, there is a head lioness that bears the children, right? And so in this particular season, it's always a different season, right? So this woman, this lioness, fucks this man for 4 days straight. Like, it's crazy. Like,
good time. Sounds like a vacation.
A good time. He was like, have you ever fucked somebody 4 days? He was like, have you ever fucked somebody 4 days straight? 10-minute break? No, I've never done that.
No.
I've never done that. 4 days straight? No, I've never
added to my list.
So the thing is, he was like, pretty privilege gets in the way because now we're in a society where everybody can believe they're a 10, but that's not reality. Right? And so, and it's obvious because it's preference. Everybody has preferences, and that's what it comes down to. There is a preference. Mm-hmm. If you believe that you are a 10, good job for you. Confidence is what you need. But short niggas do not complain about how tall they are not. They compensate for their height. So they make sure
with their dick.
Yeah, so their pockets are tall. I heard short niggas got big dicks. I don't know if they're the short nigga. They're the way that they woo women is very attractive, and a lot of talk. Obviously, a lot of short men have tried to talk to me. I know the difference.
For whatever reason.
I want to take the confidence and the persona of a small man and put him in a 6'5" nigga. That is like the perfect man for me. Mm-hmm. Only because the assertiveness, the attention that they show you is just crazy. Yeah. Tall niggas just know they can pull anything because everybody wants a tall nigga, right? So for women who are unattractive, who are walking around like they are attractive, he gave a scenario. He was like, woman walks into a bar, you got your Fashion Nova outfit on, your body's nice, your hair's done, whatever. You go stand in the corner, and you a bad bitch in the corner, right? You bad. Another woman walks in, and she goes straight to the bar and have a seat. Or she goes straight to the bar and order a drink. Now, what she's wearing is similar to what you're wearing, so it's not major differences.
A major difference.
Yeah. He did note that she the woman noticed that she was light skinned with long hair, but the difference in their behavior is the woman who's trying to get chose went to the bar, right? So being sought after is putting yourself out there. Like, you have to put in the forefront. If you're in the back chilling next to the fucking bathroom, a bad bitch, who are you checking for you? You know,
yeah, he's only gonna see you when it's time to pee pee.
Exactly. And he ain't gonna be thinking about you because he gotta pee.
Gotta pee.
So the woman, he was like, there's 3 F's. It's men want friendly, feminine and
fit.
Yes. He said there's 3 things men genuinely want out of women. And if you can meet these 3 F's, then you're probably good. But he also said the feminine part, women need to find the femininity again. Like, you need to look across the room and flirt with the man. You know what I'm saying? Like, give him something to go off of. He was like, we get rejected all the time. We're always competing. Niggas are always out here competing. It never stops. So he was like, if that's the case, women should feel the exact same way. What is making your man stay at home? And the girl was like,
there's a puss. No, kidding.
She said my personality. She said my personality, like who I am, my ambition, blah, blah, blah. She mentioned that she had a PhD, blah, blah, blah. He was like, at the end of the day, men don't care about that. Are you feminine enough? Do you make him feel like a man? Like, he can say the same thing. Like, if somebody asked him, why do you think you're the prize? He's going to say my job. He's going to say my affection level. Like, he basically said, y'all going to say the same shit, but so what is it really keeping you there? And so you constantly have to be not a new person, but you constantly have to be this person
evolving
in your person's face. You constantly have to be aware of what they like. And this is vice versa. But he said pretty women stop working because once they get what they want, it's like, oh, okay, well, shit, I got what I want. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And so I thought that was a good point because essentially I don't consider myself in competition with anybody because I'm in a relationship that's really good. But at the same time, obviously, I know there's other women that are better, that are prettier, that are taller, that are sort of whatever, like you said. But I don't feel like I'm in direct competition. But if I feel like a girl is coming on to my nigga, like in a friendly way, I do get a little, you know,
like what your chest.
Yeah, like I do get a little like, okay, bitch, you know what I'm saying? I get like that. And he said that is the natural fight in you to keep what's yours. Yeah. And he was like, some women have forgotten that even exists. Your man does go out into the world and he does go to Starbucks and he does go to Target. And there are women who are coming up to him, who are flirting with him and making him feel like a man, stroking his ego on some, wow, look at you, you work out, blah, blah. And so he was like, pretty privilege has worked against us when it comes to dating and finding our potential, what do you always call them? High
valued man.
High value man. Right.
Okay. So Sheree is saying, I thought men don't like clingy women. It sounds clingy-ish. So I don't think it's clingy.
It's not clingy,
yeah. The gist. Okay. So the gist of what he was saying, when Michael was explaining to me last night, I was like, this sounds so tiresome. It's just like
you're constantly.
Yeah, I have to constantly just keep it up. So did he mention something about the bonnet, like coming to bed with the bonnet all the time?
Yeah, and those are the scenarios. Like, remember, your grandmother said, don't let your man see you give birth. It's going to change his sexual idea about you.
Right.
Stop going to sleep with big ass clothes in that bonnet because he wants to see your body. Like, you should not just face cream all the fucking time, sis. No.
Yeah.
The way that you dress when you go out with him, when you go to the store, it's not a regular date. Dress the fuck up, like show out, you know, but you get so comfortable because he loves you so much. So you feel like, I don't have to try. He loves me. This is it.
Because that's what I was saying to Micah. That's what I was saying to Micah last night. I was like, now with him saying, okay, fine, I'm pretty. So I get my boo and we're together. I don't think what keeps him there is the connection that we have. Because again, there's going to always be somebody prettier. There's going to always be somebody taller, somebody shorter, bigger ass, flatter stomach, bigger, whatever. There's always going to be a bitch better than your bitch in whatever the capacity is. So with him bringing up the fit, the friendly, the whatever, it's like, there's always going to be a bitch that's friendlier. There could be a bitch that's all 3 more than I am. But that's where he lost me because I'm just like, that's where the love of the love, the connection, the vibe he gets here that he can't get elsewhere. That's where this shit is supposed to take over because there's always going to be a bitch that looks better in some type of way. And then it even goes to where I put that post on my story a couple weeks ago. It was like, I had when my hair was straightened, I had rollers in and I was like, guys, Would you be mad if your girl came to sleep maybe 2 nights out of the week like this, right? Because the only way for a natural hair person to maintain this fucking silk press, if you like it, daddy, is for me to put these rollers, burn my shit up. So you have to be comfortable with me looking like this at least 2 times out the week. So it was like 50 guys said no, and like 3 said yes. And it was like, well, fuck the 3 of you guys. I feel like you when your brush cut need, when your fucking tape fucked up. You know, I still love you. It's like how materialistic are we? And so I know he
are men.
Say, yeah, our men, right? Okay, fine, men. Because I know he does always make a point to say men really do care about what they see.
Physical, always, right?
It's always the physical. So I can understand me getting with my man, I look like this, right? He's cool with this. Some men get mad, some men get mad if you lose weight because they like where you are. So it's a thing too. Like sometimes they really want you to stay where the fuck they saw you at. You know what I mean? And that's fine. But it's just like, I would like to think after 10 years of being with a man, I definitely think you should keep up with yourself. I made it very clear to my baby daddy when we was together. If you get big as fuck, I'm leaving you. So he was like, so what if I said that to you? I said, well, hey, it'd be like that because you still have to be sexually attracted to me, right? So it's all fun and games while I'm, oh yeah, Leah ass this is this. But then when I start looking like a fucking
big ass Leah.
Yeah, big ass little Leah. Then it's like, ew, I don't want to fuck her. Now I really got to be worried about all the other fit friendly bitches around because I'm not fit anymore. No,
I'm not fit.
I'm not fit. And then even when I know a lot of scenarios too of really large women, like we'll say 500-pound women, not chubby chasers, men who actually like that. When they start losing, I watch 600-Pound Life all the time. I love that fucking show. There's a lot of situations where their husbands leave them after they do the surgery, the stomach, whatever surgery, to lose weight. Like they're gonna live longer. But this nigga's mad because she's not 600 pounds anymore.
Her life insurance. Bitch, you had 3 more years to live. You had the nerve to get healthy.
Kevin, yeah, I get what Kevin, Mr. Samuels is saying. I think you should keep up with whatever it is that you were when you met your partner. Right? I think that's the case. But I think it's always so much more pressure on us because for one, it always fluctuates. You got to count in pregnancy. And you think about the Safari and Erica Mena thing. I really want to believe all this is really just for show. But this nigga really said shit like he didn't want her to have another kid because she got big. She gained so much weight while she was pregnant and he wasn't sexually attracted to her. And so shit like that is so fucked up because like this bitch is carrying a human. And so for you to say such insensitive, and he's Jamaican for the record, if y'all forgot. Fucking Jamaicans make me sick. So it's like, there's so much more pressure on us in this situation to make sure we keep shit tight together. And even the women that do that, y'all still be fucking cheating anyway. So it's like,
yeah. And so another part of that is the women who are saying they're 10s, but they're really 3s at best.
Oh, like Kevin, I don't know why y'all call him. He be chewing y'all ass.
I don't know why. And it's women that say, rape me. You're a I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck what you think about me.
I don't give a fuck what a nigga think I am. I honestly don't. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I know.
Woo!
I know for a fact that
here's flip.
Perception is everything, and everybody has a type or whatever. So me doing those, they used to do that shit on Facebook. Put your picture up and I'll rate you one. Fuck you, nigga. Like, who the fuck died and said you can? Fuck you. With your ugly ass. Like, I'm not doing that. Care. So for the women who are walking around with the highest confidence, who are maybe overweight, they may. Oh, but she's beautiful, bitch. So yeah, boom. It's liking Lizzo is a preference, right? Because you're not gonna, the average person is not gonna look at Lizzo, and I think unhealthy when I see her. I don't think about nothing else. Yeah, you're unhealthy. That's what I think.
Days are numbered.
So it's a no for me. But when you think about the women who have always been told, baby, you're beautiful, honey, you're beautiful, own it, blah, blah, blah. If they have a unique look, whatever the case is, when you walk into a room and no one pays you attention, and you did go to the fucking bar, and you did, you're at the bar and now you're leaving and you're upset at the men around you because you're thinking about why didn't anybody try to talk to me? he was saying that those women, y'all need to basically muster up some type of secureness where you're okay with rejection, and you need to put yourself out there. Ooh. He said confidence is, he said, I'm telling you, women who wear confidence, it will bring your score up, right? So he was like, if you put yourself out there, if you're not the woman who just thinks men are going to come to you, you're a 3. So you have to show up somewhere else. Your personality has to be fire. Your conversation, you have to have humor. You have to be fit, friend, and friendly, whatever. And even if you're not fit, friendly, and feminine. But even if you're not fit, you can still, and even if you're not as feminine, the friendly and the humor and the allure of just, you know, maybe wanting to get to know you, that's where you have to show up. He said men do that shit all the time. A man knows that he has to compensate for something that he lacks, because at the end of the day, he wants the woman. He said women around here thinking they 10s, pretty privileged. Y'all act like y'all don't have to work. Y'all are not dealing with rejection. You're not stepping up to these men. Y'all not saying hi. Y'all being stank. Like, he was like, that shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. You gotta put yourself out there, and you gotta stop acting like shit's just supposed to come to you because you're a woman. And I agree.
He's right. Hey,
I agree.
Evan Samuels, man.
I agree.
You know, what came to mind is, you know, I go out to eat by myself all the time. So it was one time I went to Tap 42, and I went and I sat at the bar, and popular station, radio, Alexa, stop. This bitch, she come. Oh, yours woke up. Sorry. So this guy was an Indian fella, and he came up to me and he was just like, "Oh, happy Sunday." I was like, "Thanks." I was not in the mood. I did not want to talk, but he did offer to buy my drink, and I had already had a drink. I was like, "No, I already bought it, thanks." And I really just didn't care for it. But just along the lines of what he's saying, you go up there, you sit at the bar. I guess I did look feminine. I don't know. And it's true. They do kind of come at you more than, I guess, if you were in a cave somewhere.
Or in the back of the fucking restaurant in the dark.
Yeah, he ain't wrong.
Looking cute. You cute, but nobody can see you.
But a point Micah brought up that I thought was great, we're going to go race with it now. Black women, we aren't necessarily taught the same way white women are taught. I would like Micah to explain that. It was a very good point.
So what I was saying is, you know, Black women, I think we are innately taught, and it's innate at this point, it's generational, to be strong, to be independent, to not need anyone, not just a nigga, to not need anyone. So you don't let nobody get in the way of what you're gonna do, right? And you don't depend on nobody for nothing, especially a man. And sometimes that shit pop out there. It's like, oh shit, I kind of want a man, but okay, I feel you. I understand you.
I would like one.
I understand you, Granny. I get where you're coming from, but culturally, I think because we're taught to be, and we're reared to be so strong by other strong, independent women, the whole how to keep a man and how to court a man, if you think about the way white women were raised, they've always been very primed and very pressed and very, I need to make sure I exercise every day to keep these tits up. I need to make sure this, whatever ass I have, is filled out the way I like it. I need to make sure my neck is elongated a certain way because men like long necks. Like they're very physically in tuned, right? So it's like it's always in the back of their mind how much weight they're gaining and how much carbs they're consuming. Every friend that I've had that has been Anglo-Saxon has talked about their weight at least 4 or 5 times in the conversation, right? And so this is their culture. And how many white women do you see running on the regular? Like white women are into fitness.
They be running,
and they're
like
not doing that for them. They're doing that for men.
Yeah.
They're doing that for men. But Black women, take me as I am. The fuck? I'm strong. I'm independent. I'm raising your kids. I gotta get these degrees. I gotta make sure that we just have our fucking list is so long.
But you know what I just thought about? Because we always talk about island women or island people versus whatever. And like I said, when I was raised by my mom and my grandma, very Jamaican. And what I was always taught was I need to know how to cook. I need to know how to clean, know how to do this so my husband doesn't whoop my ass. Like these are literally my grandma. Damn, Granny. But this even sounds a little more along the lines of what a white woman maybe was taught, because the goal is still, from when I was raised as a wee lad, was you need to know how to do all these things so you're a good wife to your husband.
Right.
It was my mom probably, if anything, broke the mold with that, because she to have to be independent and figure all this shit out, all her degrees. Hence, I became, that too. But if my mom was in Jamaica, like stayed in Jamaica the whole time from birth to whatever, she probably would have had more of, well, I don't know. I guess I can't say that. My aunts, there's an aunt that's always been there. And while they are homemakers though. Yeah, like honestly, yeah, they are homemakers. They are
but
very much so in the white woman category of
Southern women are taught that.
Yeah.
So deep South women like Alabama, Mississippi, all of them can cook, all of them.
Yeah.
But guess what? It's that part of the physical that does not weigh as heavy in our community.
Okay. True.
Nobody cares.
Cook too.
Yeah, nobody cares how big. Okay, I don't want to say nobody cares how big you get, but the bigger that we get, the more we're celebrated. Oh, look at those thighs, girl. Like, I came to my cousin's house in Louisiana. They called me Po. And I was like, damn, that baby don't eat. She look Po. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, mommy. Why would she call me that? So that's what they call skinny women. They equate it to being poor. They equate it to not having enough money to fucking eat. So it's like,
true.
At this point in our culture, it's not to be fit. Mm-hmm. It's really not. Nobody is thinking about how long your titties are, or where your stomach is hanging, or how big your thighs or your ass is, or that shit that flabs right here that make good fucking macaroni and cheese. Like, nobody cares as much. And
it wiggles. Oh no.
And our men historically, culturally, appreciate a plump woman.
Jamaicans do, like larger
and women. Black men as well. And so now that we're seeing this whole fitness saga,
we keep dying from fucking heart disease because we don't work out.
Exactly. So people are dying, and they're like, "Oh shit, gotta get ahead of this health thing." And so, because white men have always wanted skinny women, that's why they're always striving to be skinny. It's because of what their men want, and our men don't care about fitness as much as our counterparts do. So guess what? We do not strive to have smaller bodies. We strive to make sure our sex is good, and make sure that, I don't know, the house is clean. But honestly, like, that shit's so old. Like, when I think
because that's not the dynamic.
Not modern day. It's not what modern moms are teaching their
because I'm definitely not gonna teach my daughter what I'm leading with. It's be a good person. Education is very big in our family, so it'll be big for our kids. Our kids are gonna highlight that, because that's benefited us so far. So yeah, I definitely think that it's so outdated that it's like, what is it now? Because even still, and like we said, for white women that probably are more kept, you think about Black women who, again, I love to toot our horns as being the most educated motherfuckers, period. And this does come with other responsibilities. If I'm most educated, sometimes we have better jobs than y'all asses. I've had a better job than pretty much everybody I've dated. So when you think about it like that too, and they've all been Black men, so you think about it like that, there's a whole different expectation on me. For that, me trying to get fit is because Black women keep dying from heart disease. Like, this is why I'm getting fit. It's not for the sake of trying to woo a guy. She's absolutely correct. And historically, for me, my ass has done very well for me. My larger ass and titties have often helped me with the men that I date. So that's so true. It's just like, he's not wrong, but then I guess it just depends. Like, I remember he asked some lady what her weight was, and I think I don't know if she hesitated or something, or she said how much she weighed, but then
he said, "You're overweight,
it's tall," and he was like, "You big as fuck." Like,
he said, "You're obese. You're obese." You're obese for your height.
She was obese
for your height,
and he's not wrong. I'm obese. I'm obese for my height and my age. I'm obese. That's it.
That BMI shit is based on white women anyway.
My BMI said I'm fucked up.
Anyways,
yeah.
But yeah, girl. I think overall, with women in general, like, I don't think fit, friendly, and feminine, I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it works against us, right? I think in some ways it works in our favor, because to be fit, not for a man, you know, just to be healthy. I always aim for health. I always aim for health. Only because Black people already have other stress levels that create more health problems for us. Our lives are already set up a certain way where if we have high blood pressure and stress is added on to our high, we could die quicker. Like we don't have time for health issues on top of the stress that we deal with. All the shit we already. Exactly. So my thing is, okay, how do we ask for help more? How do we alleviate some of this stress? Because if you ain't finna lose weight, bitch, you need to drop some stress. Like something has to give. Something has to give.
So remember what I was saying about, because okay, before I say what Terry said, what I was saying last night though is that with his synopsis and the advice that he gave, my thing was, while he's, you know, maybe wrong for the type of women that are looking for a man like him, I don't want a nigga like him. And all these, the men that he's describing, these 6-figure men, I don't necessarily need my man to have 6 figures. I don't make 6 figures. I need my nigga to be equally yoked with me. I don't know if I'd actually know what the fuck to do with a 6-figure man. I'm not even in his caliber of the shit that he uses. I'm not familiar with that type of stuff. So it's like, you also got to be mindful of that. If you want these high valued men, which is what he keeps calling it, there does need to be some type of equally yoked type.
Yeah, that's what he said too.
Aside from that. So what Terry said was, he's never wrong. He's talking about Kevin. He's never wrong. It's the type of men that the women say they want, and then how they present themselves. The man that they want isn't attracted to what they are. This is a fact.
Exactly, just like you said.
Good job, Terry. Good job.
So if you're a 3 at best, but you walking around here like I'm a 10, and you walk into a bar expecting the high figure man to pay you attention. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And what do you have to bring to the table? 3 kids, right? You have 3 kids to bring to the table. Yes, you have your master's degree, but you also have
confidence boost her up though. If she's a 3, would the confidence give her like at least a 5?
It's her baggage that drops her back down. Yeah. A high value man doesn't want he doesn't want 3 kids. And so if you are a high value woman, if you're a high value woman, you don't want a nigga with 3 kids if you ain't got your own. So there's certain things that just knock you out of that person's race. Yeah, be realistic. So his thing is be realistic. Now, 3s, you need to find another 3 and be happy. Stop fucking going for more than what you really have. Yeah. If you like you said before, Leah, if you can't go on a date by yourself and support yourself and buy the thing that you want to on your own, you shouldn't expect somebody else to do that for you.
My motto with that is, you have to be able to treat me as good as I can treat myself.
So if I go on a date and I usually get steak and 2 glasses of wine, because I fucking like that, I pay for it on my own. If I go on a date, I order lobster, steak, and salmon and 2 glasses of wine, bitch, you're overcompensating. You're doing too fucking much, right? So in this case, if that man can't pay for that date with the steak and 2 glasses, he shouldn't be on that date.
I don't think she should.
And if she shows up with a Louis Vuitton, because Tremira showed up, she's a name whore, whatever name.
When I go on dates, I bring the Louis Vuitton. Yeah, yes, I wear the expensive watch. I wear all
her Tony Birch slides. She has her Louis Vuitton sling on. She wears Saks, Fit, whatever the fuck she got on, because she has expensive taste, and that's what she likes. So when she goes on this date and this nigga has on no name brand, and she ordered her steak and 2 glasses of wine, and it came up to $75, and he's asking her, "Are you gonna get another glass of wine?" Don't fucking check me, nigga. You took me on a date. So
it makes me so nervous. Like,
you're out of your league, and that's no shade to people who like nice things. You just have to find people who also like nice things, or can afford those nice things that you like.
And I brought this up to Mimi. Shout out to Mimi when we were in Mexico, but it kind of goes along with this. It's like the whole logic of, you know, all right, I'm poor or I'm broke, or I don't have money like that. And it's like, okay, theoretically, I should be also fucking with a nigga that ain't got money like that either. And it was like the audacity of you women to want a nigga with money. But it's like, but if I'm already broke, why would I want a nigga that's broke too? You know, and this is just speaking on somebody that really can't afford it. Like,
traditional women.
Yeah, what's wrong with I want a nigga that makes more money?
I'm supposed to be taken care of. Duh.
Yeah, come on. I got a vagina. You're supposed to pay all the bills and do all this.
Right.
I mean, I get it. He's not wrong. And shout out to Terry. Same logic. This guy said, we going bowling on the first date. I don't care how rich I am or she is, how bougie you is off top. She is. Okay, well, to me, nothing's wrong with that either. You know,
that. Okay.
Here's the point. If you ask a woman on a date, he said, see how bougie she is off top. But see, you
that has nothing to do with that.
Just automatically say, let's go on a date. There's no conversation. You could probably tell by conversation, or especially social media, you go on a bitch page and all you see is she's in Bimini, she's in Turks and Caicos, she's in whatever. Clearly she travels well. You see her in Louis Vuitton and name brand this. You already know what you're getting yourself into. So you don't need to see how bougie she is. You can tell how bougie she is. And it doesn't necessarily mean she's bougie, but you can see based on how she presents herself, what she's expecting from you. So that would annoy me if you want to take me on a date to see how bougie I am. You could have figured that out from my page. You could have.
Why would you even want to play like that?
Yeah, like, to me that's a game. Why would you want to do that?
Yeah. Your time. I'd rather you say I want to go bowling so I can talk to her. The fuck you want to
say? To me that makes more sense. Because they say movies aren't the best first date because you can't talk for real. You know.
Yeah. So you want to get to know somebody.
And then go to dinner. Then that makes a little bit more sense. He said, but if you can't accept a bowling date, why are we going to 5-star dining? But that's not the
point.
Yeah, right. That's not for you to determine. I may be that type of woman that only dates men that drive give me a fancy car, Maseratis, whatever. In that case, I wouldn't want to go on a date with you anyway. Because
the moment you say bowling, I'm out.
Yeah, the moment you say bowling, I'm like, nah, I'm straight. The moment you say BJ's, love BJ's, by the way. The moment you say BJ's, no, I don't go to stuff like that.
And that'll tell you what type of woman she is.
And that'll tell you all
you have to go on a date. If she declines, it's over.
All right, Terry said, I don't care about the bouginess. Most men care about being used when we're not in it just for sex. So I don't mind how much money I spend as long as in the end she's in it for the love instead. And if it love instead, okay, well, I expect that from Terry. That's
love. Sit your ass up.
Boy. As long as in the end she's in it for the love. If you accept bowling, then we actually go on bowling. But that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying now, but you've already said if she can't do bowling, why is she 5-star, blah, blah, blah. And again, I just feel like that's what always worried me about dating, because like I said, I take myself out to eat all the time. My tab always be like $70. I'll be very worried about niggas that like can't afford it. But one point Micah made one time is, if you ask me out on a date, don't pick some shit you can't afford. If you ask me out on a date,
take initiative, nigga.
You pick the place. And we do prefer that. We do prefer a guy to say, hey, take you to dinner, where you want to go. I went on a date with a guy the other day, and he's in my field. He makes considerably more money than me, but he took me to a really nice restaurant. It wasn't like overly OD price. It was just a nice little restaurant. And it wasn't any uncomfortableness there. We had like 3-4 drinks. Like, it was great. But to me, that's how a date should go. We spent the whole time talking. What, me?
You go, yeah.
Oh, we spent the whole time talking, and oh, that's sweet. Okay. Whole time talking, and it was like, really nice. So I just feel like, I think you guys, maybe sometimes guys set themselves up for that. They
do.
Yeah, you set yourself up for that and then be confused when like.
Yeah. But off rip, if you don't have $200, you shouldn't be going on a date. And I'm not saying that's what you're spending. I'm saying that should be your budget for the date.
And what we're saying to you is, we don't play them type of games. He's like, exactly what I'm saying. If you say yes to bowling, we can go, and then we can go somewhere fancy. I don't even know what.
And you don't tell us your plan. Just do what you gotta do.
Just do what you gotta do. If that's your logic,
do what you gotta do. Like, that's it.
All right. We gotta stop this episode getting too long. All right, that's it. I was gonna something. This is a very, very good conversation. Thank you to everybody on live for all your back and forth. I appreciate it. I love when you guys do that. It's very nice.
Yes.
Visit us at letitsaitforyu.com. You can follow us at Let It Say It For You on IG, Let It Say It For You on YouTube, Let It Say It For You, just the you on Twitter. Micah, you are appreciated, bitch.
You're amazing, bitch.
Thanks. Love you so much. Goodbye. Thank you guys for listening.